Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. This is Beth Kozik at Elegant Greetings, and I'm so happy that you're here with me today. It's Saturday at noon, so it's time for our catalog copycat cards. And this is a time when we get together and I recreate a project that is pictured in one of our Stampin' Up! Catalogs. So welcome, everybody. I hope you're having a great morning. It's a beautiful day here in Grosse Pointe Woods, Michigan. And I'm so thrilled that you're here. So I was unable to make my video last weekend because I had my annual catalog mini retreat on Sunday. So I was really busy preparing for that. So we did skip a week. But 2 weeks ago, I created this really pretty card, and this was made using the Ranunculus Romance bundle. So there's a stamp set and a die set. It's really lovely. It makes the prettiest cards. And we used the wood grain paper, and we stamped on vellum. We die cut and colored the roses, added a little piece of the doily, our sentiment, and then these really cute gold butterflies. So they add just a really nice touch to that card. So let's go ahead and give away this card. As I mention every week, those who comment on either Facebook or YouTube do get into the drawing for the project that I make. So I really do appreciate all the thumbs up in both places, but do leave a comment if you're interested in me mailing the project to you. I love giving away my projects, so be sure to always leave a comment. We had lots of watchers this time. My viewership is growing, so that's awesome. And there were lots of viewers. So, but we did have about 9 or 10 people who commented. So let's go ahead and pick the winner of the project. All right, so our winner this week is Shirley. So thank you, Shirley. I'm going to mail that right out to you, so you will have some happy mail coming your way. Okay, so we'll put this aside here. Ranunculus Romance, again, is $49.50, and of course, we always save 10% on the bundle. So if interested in that, just let me know. And our project this week comes from our new annual catalog. And this catalog is stunning, of course. They always are. There is so much goodness in here. And this stamp set bundle caught my eye. We're on page 70, and it's called A Fish and a Wish. And it's a little different, kind of a departure from my normal, what I would gravitate toward, but I thought it was absolutely adorable, and I was really interested to get that. So I ordered it, and I have it. We're going to play with that today, actually during one of my Stamp Your Way classes. This is one of the options. So let me show you the cards that we're going to make today during our class. So here's card number 1, really cute. The stamp set, let me show you the stamp set first. So the stamp set has, I have most of the pieces already mounted for class, but it is a red rubber stamp set, and it has all of these fish. It has 4 sentiments, and it has this here is kind of like the sea fern, which makes a really pretty image, and then this wave image. So I used a lot of those on this card. I just stamped with our brand new, our turquoise color, which of course the name is escaping me at the moment, but it's one of our brand new in colors, and a Tahitian Tide. And so I just stamped repeatedly to make the waves, and then I added some of the goldfish in the yellow color, and then I stamped and punched out the I think I used Flirty Flamingo on that fish. And then I added some of the gems to kind of make it look like bubbles were coming out, and then die cut the sentiment. Isn't that cute? So that's card number 1. And then card number 2 is this one. And I used the new paper from, I think it's called the Très Chic Suite. Gorgeous designer paper. And I put that on the inside as well as on the 2 borders. And this is our rose gold foil paper that I bordered it with, which is hopefully showing up here on camera. It's absolutely beautiful. It comes in 12 by 12, and there are 3 different shades of the rose gold. So that kind of picks up the peach and the pink that's in the paper. And then this is one of the stamps. I love this stamp. It kind of reminds me of like hieroglyphics from prehistoric times, the way that the stamp itself has all the extra little bits around it. And then I added some Wink of Stella to give it some shine and some gems. And then I die cut out of that rose gold paper one of the fish. So that's card number 2. Card number 3, adorable. So this paper is from the Hues of Happiness. So it's that beautiful rose colored paper. All of one side is all rose colored. And then the other side is this ombre looking paper. So there's all different shades. There's yellows and pinks and blues. And so I thought that reminded me of the ocean, and I used that for the background. And then I stamped and punched out all of these fish and put rhinestones for their eyes. And then I did some stamping right on the designer paper in the background to make some background fish. And then this die cut actually is from the Waves of Inspiration. So that's a brand new bundle. So I decided to vary a little bit and put that because I wanted to use this really pretty matching ribbon that goes with the green paper. Isn't that cute? Love those fish. And then this is the fourth card. So this is kind of a new card fold that Missy had shared with us. And I don't know what it's called, but it just involves making a base. And then I stamped an extra fish on the inside. And then it has this little extra piece. Excuse me. And that kind of holds the front onto the card. And then the front of the card is a little bit narrower. So I did some blending. Excuse me, I have to get some water. Okay, hopefully that's better. Had a little tickle. And so I did some blending on a piece of our basic white paper, and then I stamped those sea ferns down at the bottom, some fish, and added the sentiment and a little bit of twine and some bling for the eyes. So really, really a cute card. And this designer paper is from one of our other suites of paper. I don't remember the name at the moment, but it's one of the floral papers, but I thought that kind of looked like the background reminded me of bubbles in the ocean. So those are the 4 projects we're making today during class. So hopefully everybody likes those. And the bundle is a stamp set, and then here is the punch. So it makes the larger fish, the smaller fish, and then the fins. So those are separate. Really, really a cute bundle to work with. And of course, we always save 10%. So this bundle is just $36 for both parts. So it's a really good deal. And the card we're going to make today is a complete departure from how the stamp set would and punch would normally be used. And I really love that Stampin' Up! Has used their punches in different ways. So this is a perfect example of that. So we're on page 71, and the card I'm going to make today is this card. So these fish that are punched out actually make the lemons. Isn't that adorable? So it's just kind of a sending a well wishes card. We're going to use the sentiment and add some flowers, these new gold flower gems, and some designer paper. So it's really simple and absolutely adorable. So it just shows a really nice versatile way to use one of our punches. So I'm going to keep my catalog here on the side. And I have the stamps mounted that we need today. So there's just the Sending Well Wishes, which is our sentiment. We have Calypso Coral ink and Crushed Curry ink. We have these are called Flowers Adhesive Backed Trinkets. These are just $9, and there are 90 in there. So it is a really big package. I used a lot of them already. And they come in gold and silver, so they're really, really cute. We'll use those. And then, of course, I have dimensionals, our typical supplies, green glue. And we're going to do a little blending with that crushed curry color. So I have one of my brushes out. My snips, my bone folder, my chamois is off camera here, and also my craft mat. And then our cardstock pieces, we're using mint macaron. So we have a piece that is 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And then we have a scrap of mint macaron and a scrap of our crushed curry. Those are going to be for the lemons. And then a piece of our basic white, and I forget the dimension here. Let's see, I know it's 4 1/4 wide, and then 2 1/4 in the width. And then a piece of, this is the designer paper from the Teacup Suite. That suite is absolutely beautiful. That's another one that's going to be featured today at my classes. And the paper, oh my goodness, the paper. So it's a 6x6 pack of paper, and it has all these lovely, let me show a few pieces here. So this is the actual paper. And it has, I've used so many of them on class so far that a lot of them are not here, but the paper, it has lots of teacup designs. Look how cute that is. So that's just a typical example. And there, a lot of them are in the brand new in colors. Here's another one. Isn't that cute? And then, oh, here's another one. So it has all these lovely teacup designs. Here's yet another one. And then the other side has, oh, this is cute too. Look at the lemons. We're gonna use that on one of the cards today. The opposite side of all of those has kind of like a more subtle, there's just some flowers, there's some stripes, and just some regular patterns on the opposite side. So this piece we're using, which, where did it go? Here it is here. So this is part of that collection, and I love the stripes. So that's going to be used on our card today. And then I think that's it. So let's start out by doing our stamping. I always like to do my stamping first. So we are going to use our Calypso Coral, and we're going to put our sentiment right on our piece of our basic white cardstock. So I have my stamp mounted here, and then the sentiment is going to go kind of right here in the middle. So let's see if I can get that pretty straight. Okay, that looks good. And then I'm going to clean that on my chamois. All right, and then I'll set that aside. And then our next step is that we are going to punch out our fish. So I'm going to be using the small side of the punch to make the little fish. And I'm going to punch out 3 of these. So I'm just going to feed my paper in. I guess I have to go actually cut down my paper so I have more of a strip to feed in there versus this big square. Okay, and then we just feed it, and I like to turn my punch upside down so I can see exactly where I'm punching. Okay, and my dog is going crazy. He does not like the punching sound. All right, buddy, you're okay. So there's 2. It does make a lot of extra little pieces that kind of fly all around. And then here is our 3rd fish. Okay. All right, buddy, you're okay. You're okay. All right, so we have 3 of the yellowfish. And then, I don't know if it was noticed, but in the catalog, these fish, the end tail of the fish is going to actually make the leaves of the lemons. So I have a scrap of my mint macaron. So I'm going to just go ahead and punch out. We don't really need the whole fish, so I'm just going to kind of do like half a fish. So I have just this part here, and then I'll trim that down to make the leaves. And then we need another one of those. Okay, so there's 2. And then I need 1 more. Okay. All right, so we have our fish and we have our tails. And then what we need to do with these tails is kind of trim them a little bit so that, well, actually, I probably could just put them together. Well, first we have to take off the tails off of the yellows. So I'm just going to take my snips and just kind of trim in one direction and then in the other direction. So it makes it look just like a lemon. Isn't that cute? And then number 2, and this is kind of just free. There's no right or wrong. And then the 3rd one. Just kind of making a curved cut and then another curve. All right, so there we have our 3 lemons. And then these are going to line up. I guess I could just leave them like they are here. I'm going to trim off just a smidge so that these ends don't show under the lemon. So I'm just taking off, but I'm leaving a little bit so I can attach those to the lemon itself. So I'll trim off these sides. And then the 3rd one, we have a little extra there. I'll just trim that right down. Okay, so now I have those 3. And I'm going to bring in my craft mat here, just to kind of keep my work surface cleaner from glue. And the one thing I wanted to do first before I glue them together is to add a little bit of color to them. So I'm going to take my blending brush and just kind of tap it into my ink and then just gently rub it along the edges here. So that gives a little bit of dimension. Can you see how that changed it? I really like how that looks. And then I'll add a little bit more on the end. So just a little bit of ink makes all the difference. Gives it kind of a, makes it look not so flat. That looks really cute. All right, and then one more. Nice and easy. All right. And now I'm going to glue these together. So I'm going to add these little tails, which are now the leaves, and I'll put a little bit of glue on each. Oh, that's kind of a lot. All right. And then I'll just lay this right on the lemon. There we go. Whoops. That's a little bit slippery. Very, very cute. All right, and then we'll do the other two. Cute. And then the third. Okay, oh my goodness, look at how adorable those are. Very, very sweet. All right, so let's get ready to assemble. I'll bring in my card base, and we need to first put down our designer paper. And I think this is 4 1/4 by 3. So I was able to get 2 of these out of a piece of the 6 by 6. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue around the edges. And then it's kind of down, it's not centered. It's going to be down just a smidge on the paper, like so. And then I'll bring in my piece of basic white that we stamped already. And then that's going to go right over the center, like so. Looking cute. All right. And then it's time to put on our lemons. So we have one, I'm just going to glue flat. And that one goes like this. And then the other two, it looks like those are popped up. So I'm going to put dimensional on both of those. And one like so. Adorable. And then one more down right about there. All right, and now it's time to add on our flowers. So they use the gold ones in the catalog. I think I'll do the same. The silver ones are quite pretty, but I think we'll just go with the gold. And these have adhesive, so they pop right off of the plastic and stick right onto our project. And one more there. Okay, and then our final step is to use our bone folder and then give that a nice crisp edge. I always like to do it on the back because I do use my bone folder for gluing and for various things, so I always like to do it on the back of the card just in case there's something on my bone folder that might smudge or smear onto my card itself. And then there's some extra paper here, so I'm just going to trim away this little bit of extra. Okay, here we go. All right, there is my card. Isn't that adorable? I just love the versatility of our Stampin' Up! Punches. So this is a perfect example. So let me bring in the catalog and So there's the catalog version and my version. I just love, love, love this stamp set. It is just the cutest. All right, so there's our project for this week. If you like that, please do leave a comment on Facebook or YouTube. I do have a little bit of housekeeping to review. So coming up this Thursday night, June 23rd, is my crafting night at the Leaf and Blossom, which is an art gallery in Detroit. It's just right at the foot of Grosse Pointe, right across the street from Grosse Pointe. So it's right at Alter Road in Kercheval. And the evening includes making a card kit. So we're going to be using the, I can't think of the name of it. It's one of the thank you, one of the brand new Stampin' Up! Kits, which is the thank you. So we make the full kit. There's a meal included and wine, and then shopping at the store. The owners allow all shoppers to get 10% off their purchases for the evening. And then I also have my annual Bogo sale, which is coming up next Saturday and Sunday, June 25th and 26th. So that'll be here in my studio. And we do have space, so feel free to let me know if you're interested. And for those who might not know about the BOGO sale, what that means is I pull out all of my retired merchandise and I place it in my studio, and everything is priced. And so everybody can shop and say they pick out $50 worth of items from my retired merchandise, and then they are able to order that equal amount in brand new merchandise from any of our current catalogs. So it's an awesome opportunity to get lots of really nice, gently used merchandise, and then to get an equal amount for free. So I get rid of a lot of my retired stuff and clear that out, and then my customers get to enjoy half off, or basically twice the merchandise for one price. So it's an awesome opportunity. So let me know if you're interested in that. We also do have our BOGO sale, which is going on for all of our kits collection kits. So these are the kits that come in the brown boxes. And through June, they are buy one and get one half off. So that's an awesome deal. I think there's like currently about 18 of them to pick from. So there are many, many for all different tastes. And then all of $50 minimum orders earn a free monthly tutorial from me. So this is just a typical one which I had made a couple months ago, but just to show everybody, it's a little extra something that I do. There's at least 10 to 12 every month, a brand new, different tutorials, different themes, and I send those out through email. And our mini catalog, our January to June, is wrapping up, so we just have about another week or so, 10 days or so, with this awesome mini catalog. And the last chance listing was sent out, so there are many products on here that are still available at a nice discount. So that's our wrap up coming up for that catalog. And then right around the corner, of course, is our brand new mini catalog, which is our July to December. There is so much in here. It's beautiful. All kinds of Christmas ideas. There's fall, there's Halloween. Just a lot of lovely things are in here. So this is right around the corner. It's hard to believe that half a year is already passing us by. So it's time to kind of start focusing on our holiday projects. So I'm starting to distribute these if there's anybody who would like one. And you can just let me know. But I do have my list of those who I offer them to. But anybody else who's watching who would like one, let me know. And then our second celebration for 2022 begins. So July and August. Again, every $50 or $100 purchase earns a free product. So there are these awesome hippos. There's all kinds of cute things that are available in this catalog, and there's also an awesome joining special which is coming out, so that'll be available July and August through celebration. And it's a little hard to see here, but it is a planner, so it's July 2022 to December of 2023, so it's like an 18-month planning calendar. And it also comes with these 3 notebooks and this awesome Making Plans stamp set. So it's an awesome opportunity to join. So joining is always $99, and we are able to choose $125 worth of product for just $99. And so if you're interested in becoming part of my team, just let me know. All right, I think that is everything for today. So for those who are interested in maybe getting a chance at this card, please do leave a comment and let me know. And I thank you all for watching, and I will see you again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.